Welcome back to another video in my The Truth Behind the Glow Up series. This is a series where we look at the most influential, beautiful, famous influencers and celebrities and their glow ups. We look at never before seen pictures and we discover that even the most beautiful, perfect looking people are, in reality, just regular people like you and me. Already in this series we have done Bella Hadid, Gigi Hadid, Hailey Baldwin, and Kendall Jenner. And in today's video, we are doing the beautiful Dove Cameron. By the way, if you want to know what I'm wearing on my face, because I always get questions, I will link all the products that I'm wearing on my face in the description box down below. But of course, yes, I am wearing my own eyeshadow palette on my eyeballs today. I'll link it in the description box down below in case you guys haven't got yours yet. Now, who is Dove Cameron? To be honest with you guys, I did not have a clue who Dove Cameron was before I started researching this video, but you guys left so many comments in my other videos asking me to do a truth behind the glow up on Dove Cameron, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have to do it. So for those of you who live under my rock with me, who is Dove Cameron? Dove Cameron is an American actress and singer. She is 25 and she has 44.2 million followers on Instagram. Now, Dove is described by many people as looking like a real life Barbie doll. She's got the huge eyes, the tiny nose, the long lashes, the full brows, and the pouty lips. But I wonder, did she always look that way? Was she born like that? Or, like most of us, is she in fact a real human being with flaws, which here on our channel we like to refer to as quirks instead. So in all honesty guys, for me researching this video and trawling through the internet to find old pictures of Dove Cameron was bloody hard. It is really hard to find pictures of Dove Cameron from before she was famous, but I found them. Please give this video a thumbs up because it took me so long. Dove's had one of those glow ups where it's hard to tell what she's had done or whether she's had anything done at all. The transformation she's had is very subtle, but in my opinion, and I have no proof, this is just my opinion, she has had a transformation. She has had some tweakments. When you look at this picture of Dove from when she was a teenager compared to this picture of Dove, which was taken more recently, she has had what look to be a few Hollywood upgrades. In the teenage picture of Dove, she has quite small, thin lips, hooded eyes, thin brows, dark hair, and a beautiful, normal looking nose. Whereas now, Dove's got huge eyes, full brows, a tiny nose, and huge lips. So the first thing I think Dove has had done is lip fillers. Lip fillers are not a crime. Getting tweakments is not illegal, but let's not pretend if in fact we have had a lot of tweakments that we haven't. So as you can see, when Dove was younger, her lips were quite small and rather thin, whereas now they are huge and pouty, her top and bottom lip. And something to note is that her bottom lip now appears to be double lobed. Now I know a lot of people will be like, oh, she just grew up and her lips grew too. But in my experience, that doesn't usually happen. Your lips don't tend to get bigger as you age. In fact, it usually goes the opposite. Usually your lips will get thinner as you age. And I'm not sure that anyone's lips have become double lobed through aging. But I'll tell you what can create a double lobe: fillers. The very full, very pouty, double lobed lower lip is actually a telltale sign of fillers. You can achieve this look by very careful lip injections on either side of the lip, but it can also be created by removing a section of the lip tissue in the middle of the lip, creating that kind of crevice, which sounds really painful, and I personally wouldn't do it because I'm a wuss. Next, let's look at Dove's nose. In my opinion, it looks as though Dove may have undergone surgical rhinoplasty, aka nose job, to her nose. Now, why do I think that? Take a look at this picture here from when Dove was a young teenager. You can see that Dove's nose naturally had quite a prominent bump on the bridge, which is nothing to be ashamed of. It's not a flaw, it's actually a very normal, common nose shape to have. However, just a few short years later, at the age of 16, you can see that Dove's nose is now a totally different shape. She now has the typical Hollywood influencer celebrity ski slope nose with a sweet tiny little tip. So when you compare Dove's new nose to her original nose, as you can see, the bridge and the tip is quite different, hence why I think that she may have undergone a nose job. Also, if you look at pictures of Dove's mother, as you can see, Dove's mum's nose looks very similar to Dove's before nose, which again is not unusual. It's not unusual for a daughter to resemble her mum. Genetics. The next thing I think Dove may have changed is her eye shape. If you look at these pictures of Dove from when she was a teenager, she had a really distinct eye shape, which if you compare those pictures to more recent pictures of Dove, her eye shape looks quite different now. I think there are two ways that she could have achieved this. She could have undergone upper blepharoplasty, which is otherwise known as hooded eyelid surgery, where a surgeon will go in, remove the excess skin in your eyelid, sew you back up, and voila, you no longer have hooded eyes. Personally, I don't think that's what Dove has done. I think it's more likely that she may have simply had what's known as a foxy brow lift, which is so common these days amongst celebrities and influencers, and that is where a surgeon will literally go in and lift your brow up so it's kind kind of like this, it's kind of raised, so your brow goes off at an angle like this and your eye and eyelid is raised along with it. Do you think that that is the more likely explanation? Because if you compare older pictures of Dove with more recent pictures of Dove, her eyelid space is a lot larger now and her brows sit a lot higher on her face. Now, a strange one is that there are some rumors that Dove actually underwent dimple surgery. I didn't even know that was a thing. There are a lot of people online speculating that Dove wasn't actually born with her dimples at all. And if you look at these older pictures of Dove smiling, I can see why they think that, because I personally can't actually see dimples here. Whereas if you look at more recent pictures of Dove, she now has really obvious prominent dimples. So I don't know why they suddenly sprung up out of nowhere. Maybe she always had them, but you just couldn't tell in the older pictures. I don't know. But yes, dimple surgery is a thing. People do get it, and I think it looks really cute. So in my humble opinion, these are the tweakments that I believe Dove may have had done in order to achieve her glow up transformation. But let's look at some of the quirks that Dove hasn't changed. One thing I think is really gorgeous about Dove is her little under eye bags. I know so many women feel insecure about their under eye bags, and I mean, if you go online, there are like 101 products marketed to women promising to get rid of their under eye bags or conceal them. Some women even go so far as to have filler injected underneath their eyes, which is a super risky procedure, and if it goes wrong you can end up blind. But Dove, who is super rich, like she could absolutely afford to get rid of hers if she wanted to, has not, and she rocks hers and they look so sweet. Like, I think they make her look really angelic. Another thing Dove hasn't changed is her bottom row of teeth. Now, I don't know if she's changed her top row of teeth, whether she's got veneers or simply had braces, because they are pretty perfect. But if you look at her bottom row of teeth, again, that is something that Dove could so easily change if she wanted to, but I guess she doesn't want to. I guess she likes it because she has left it. So ladies, if you have wonky teeth, if your teeth aren't perfectly straight, Gigi Hadid and Dove rock there, so there's no reason that you can't either. Another gorgeous quirk that I really like about Dove is that she has always had this just beautiful cherubic full face. Like, even when she was a little kid, she had this gorgeous full face. And to be completely honest, having a full face in this day and age isn't particularly on trend, which is so silly that faces can even be on trend. But if you look at other celebrities and influencers who were born with fuller faces, like the beautiful Bella Hadid, for example, so many of these celebrities and influencers look to have undergone certain tweakments to make their features more angular and to slim down their faces. But when you look at Dove's beautiful full face, it makes me so happy that she hasn't bowed down to that pressure to change the shape of her face or to carve out new cheekbones, because she's absolutely gorgeous. Now, just like basically every influencer and celebrity on the face of the earth, Dove has not admitted to having any tweakments or altering her appearance in any way. However, she also hasn't denied it. And in my opinion, that's the way to go. Dove is a fully grown woman and she does not have to admit to anything. She doesn't owe anyone anything. And if she does not want to tell the world what she has or hasn't had done to her face, she does not have to. I personally don't mind if a celebrity or influencer doesn't admit to tweakments, as long as they don't actively lie about it. There are some influencers and celebrities who, when you look at their faces, like, you know, you can see the before and after, you can see that they have changed their appearance, but they go out of their way to deny it. That is what I think is potentially quite damaging for their younger fans who wonder why puberty hasn't changed their appearance to be like that. So to sum this all up, and remember, I'm not a plastic surgeon, I have no proof. In my opinion, I think Dove may have changed her nose, her lips, her eyes, her brows, and possibly her dimplage area. I would kind of speculate that Dove has in fact had some tweakments to achieve her glow up. However, I also think that she was stunningly beautiful in her before pictures. So guys, tell me in the comments below, do you think that Dove hasn't in fact altered her looks at all and that she simply had a grow up, or do you think that she may have had a few tweakments? Let us know in the comment section. Don't forget guys, I will link all the products I'm wearing on my face today, including my beautiful eyeshadow palette, in the description box. I love your guts and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.